How is everyone doing? Another day, another 50 cents. Or 20 cents? I don't know. What do we make these days? So yeah, we have an actual plan today. It's been a while. It's unusual, is it not? Where's my notes? Where did I hide my notes? Well, first of all, wait a minute. Where am I? Oh, don't be a day where the camera goes screwy. That would be no fun for anyone involved. Least of all me. Oh, I know what happened. Add that to my to-dos. Howdy. Alright, so let's discuss. Yesterday, admittedly, it's my fault, but it's not something that should happen, and recovery is difficult. But yesterday, while attempting to correct an issue with Jenkins, I missed that I had not updated in my files the version of Jenkins, but I had updated it on the server. So, as a note to self, don't work directly on the server. It's tempting. It's right there. Just fix it. Don't do it. At least not without having some sort of change management in place. Otherwise, you could break stuff. That's not my concern with Jenkins. My concern with Jenkins is the way in which it fails, specifically on the Kubernetes side of things. So you have to install a plugin, and that plugin then I need some water. Hang on. All right, round two. So to get Kubernetes working on Jenkins, you install Jenkins, you install the plugin for Kubernetes, and then you configure the plugin. The plugin then requires that you configure individual, or at least one, container, essentially, that's going to run all your builds. If, for whatever reason, the plugin decides to have an issue, such as in the case where I put the old version and then back to the new version, the data for that configuration is corrupt. That's on me. Understand. That's the way it's going to be. You know, when you do something that wacky to a program, that's going to happen. But there's no easy way to back up that configuration. So I can't really plan for that corruption. I can't work around that corruption. Understanding that it could happen, I need to be more diligent in my change management, or I start looking at other options. And that's what today is going to be about. So the first thing I want to do is we have to look at what are we evaluating. So in this case, we're going to be looking at Drone.io. What are our pain points with Jenkins? So, as I just said, configuration, plugin configuration. We need to make sure that that configuration is something, if we need a plugin, that is, that Can we back it up if needed? Is a plugin needed? Honestly, even if a plugin isn't needed, if it has plugins and it doesn't have the ability to back up their configurations natively, I'm gonna call that a fail. Next up, general configuration. What does the backup look like there? We need to make sure that that can be automated. There is a plugin that I could have installed that would handle backing up the main configuration. But do those get intermingled? Like how does it handle the backups? Finally, what do we need it to do outside of the pain points? Like let's not worry about that. Let's worry about what's success here. And this is the when you're talking about user stories, this is kind of, well, not user stories, but this is the it should statements. So it should allow for pipeline builds, or allow for automated builds from Getia. It should well, let me do this. It should ... right? Build automatically by branch. Deploy by branch. And deploy should be to Kubernetes or to Container Hub. And potentially on the side, I'm working on an app for Redmine. So into a local app store? I don't know. And that actually, to app store is kind of important because at some point I want to convert all of this lab energy towards the idea of, let me throw together a game or something. I don't know. You know, all of us nerds want to make a game. All right. So I think that's a good starting point. Oh, actually, it should run on Kubernetes. Kind of important. Am I missing anything? What else is something interesting? I mean, right now I have everything sending emails. Maybe Slack integration? Because I do want to convert all my notifications over to Slack. It is the easiest or easier way to go, all in all. I just haven't done it. Maybe one day that'll happen here. All right. I think that's a good success criteria. All right, so now let's pop over here. Comment here, projects. Let's go to software general. I think I've already created an issue for this. I did not. All right, cool. This is research. The subject in this case is CI/CD. Let's do the smart thing. I'll take this out temporarily. Let's say save as. Thought I had just a regular notes folder. What the heck? Well, I do now. I'll move video notes in there soon enough. Let's create another folder for software evals, and we're going to call this drone.io eval. And that's it, right? That's basically our map. That's going to guide us through the rest of this stream, hopefully. So we're going to assign to me. We're going to choose that file. Make sure it's saved. And actually, let's create a new tab. That's not what I wanted. And I guess I'm figuring out Tecton on my own, since I seem to have deleted it. Oh, I can just do, that's right. There we are. Cut. Paste. And quite honestly, we can do most of this because it's basically the same thing, right? But in this case, pow. Sweet. And we can do the same thing if we end up with some time. But for now, we're going to start here. So let's bring up, I guess first this doc. If I remember right, they want a Helm chart. And I think we know how I feel about Helm charts. I don't want to learn Helm. Or not. Hey, that's even better. All right, so let's look at this. The Kubernetes runner is in beta. I think I need to see, like, I feel like runner is their term for things that are used to in the CI/CD process. I don't think that is their server. Hang on one second. Wait, where am I? There we go. I had to unplug something real quick. All right. So let's drop back one. Is a modern CI platform. Installation guides. Okay, so this is drone server. Drone. Okay, so let's go check that out. I do think the runner is just the ability to run things in there. It's just drone. Maybe I have to do that. Drone slash drone. Cool. All right, so they're saying their instructions show just 2. Is this just the latest 2, or how does this work out? What's it a link to? Datadog, okay. All right, but comparatively, oops, I really need to put these links in there instead of just attaching them to the file. Quote. Wow, it is suddenly getting very hot. Let's see what the temperature is in here right now. Or if I'm just insane. No, it's 72 in here. Wow, that's quick. What is it outside? Outside is 65. How is it 72 in here? Woof. All right. Oops. No. We want it back. We want to open you in a new window. All right, so let me just open their overview here. Drag this over here. Yeah, drone server and 1 or many runners. Replace the old Docker with the new Docker. Okay. There's standalone daemons that pull the server. Okay, so yeah, I had that right in my brain. So we're going to just follow their install instructions and use 2. So I'm going to try and use some of my handy dandy Kubernetes skills and see what we can do. Why did it open all 3? Don't need you right now. Don't need you right now. But you started all of this. You I need. Okay. On main. Let's just do a... And... This is in prod. Just to make sure that we're all pushed up and everything's taken care of there. All right, now this is going to end up being in dev services, but we're going to call it feature drone.io dev. Cool. All right. And we want to drone.io. Create. Nope, first we want the services, create. Why did I type out namespace? I should be able to create a deployment, right? Create and deployment. Why did you not autocomplete? There we go. Create deployment, we're going to call this drone io-dev. And we're going to make sure that it is dry run. Dry run is client, I believe, right? Yeah. Dry run equals client. And we want the output to be YAML. Now, I think I need to do one more -h just so I can make sure. Because I think it's just name. Yeah, create a deployment. And then image. Then I just want port 80, right? So drone io-dev image equals so that's the runner. I don't want the runner. Server. There we go. Oh, we're going to have to push this over. So we'll have to create the shared secret, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. So image is drone2. Cool. So that basically creates a little template for us. And I can just boom, boom. We're going to call you 300 dash app drone io.yaml. Cool. More water. This is something I've been working on quite a bit, making sure that I can generate this stuff not just from memory, but with the right tools in the right way, so I don't have to worry about, did I do it the right way? All right, so let's minimize you, and edit you. Another thing that we want to do is, oops, I forgot to verify the port, right? Ooh. So we need to create a client secret. We need to well, this guy might end up needing to use one of my IP addresses, which is fine. this is the basic, but let's look at these. What else do we got? Database. Ooh. The default value is, that's good to know. SQLite is problematic. So what, that is actually, you know what, that is important. Let's go here, success criteria. It should use Postgres because that's the primary database server that I'm running, and if it needs its own personal database, that's kind of a non-starter. So database driver, what do we got? Postgres, cool. So that's good to know. And actually these are things that we should also be tracking. The steps to set it up. And we should actually put those in here. Or maybe I just create a new doc. Because at some point what I'd like to do as I'm doing these evals, I'd like to stack up these docs, and when something gets out of eval, then it goes into the top level software wiki. Like, here's everything I did. So let's do a new one. Boom. You over. You are going to be drone.io install docs. Requirements, just our basic stuff. We need to have Kubernetes, of course. I don't know if we need a version. We need a specific version. If I check ours, how do you get the server's version? Well, I'll just cheat. Oh, actually, let's do it that way. There we go. 1.295. Do it the right way, right? Don't cheat. Don't cheat. So hard, though. I am going to have to go through updating that. Postgres. Again, do we need a particular version? Don't know. Well, let's go see what we've got running, though. I had a brief moment where I was like, is this a phone number? Did someone hack me and leave their phone number? Because if I did, that's what I would do. I just want to, you just never know. It's that constant back of the mind thing when you're running a home lab. Did I screw up? And if so, how bad? Let's just be clear. If you're running a home lab, you always have the opportunity to screw up. Just accept that. It will happen. Just make sure that what you can do is mitigate. If something goes wrong, you can contain, unplug, and then, don't let it hit your ego too bad. It happens. There's bad people out there doing bad things, and it is just the way that it is, unfortunately. All right. So anyway, we were checking the version. Oh, it's PS QL. $15.7, but no. We want the at 15. Is there an actual version in here? I thought there was. Really thought there would be one in here. Okay. Where else might that be? Team main. Actually, dash CLI. Again, trying to do things the hard way. Oops. Trying to do things the long way to make sure that I've got it. But this doesn't seem to do it. All right, let's just make sure, because I think PSQL and the server have to be the same versions, but let me validate. Oh, I just have to connect. Okay. Or Postgres. Oh, let's try that. Okay, or not. Was this I need to practice doing that too. I always just deal with the errors. Especially when I'm on stream, I should make sure you guys don't see the errors. And I may have that backwards. All right, nope. We're just going to say sudo -u and then select version 15.7. Wait a minute. Am I doing this wrong? It's been a while. Okay, so 15.7. Okay, so yeah, they do need to be in paired, so that's fine. Add that to the docs. I mean, I don't even know if that's accurate. We'll find out. Ports. What ports do we need? So let's look at this. That's not it. This one. Trunk tags, overview. Get to you. So let's look at the bare minimum here. Super duper secret, drone company. So we need 80 and 443. And I don't think we need 443. We can probably get away with just 80. Because we're going to be routing everything through Nginx anyway. So that should be fine. Where was here? Here. 80 and optional question mark 443. I mean, if it only needs 80, we may be able to get away with just routing it. So that should be nice. Although it is very specific in the RPC port. No. Oh, okay. No problem. So let's create the shared secret. Oop. That's that guy right there. We also need to create an OAuth in Getia. And I know it looks like, hey, he's just copying and pasting directly from their stuff. I mean, I am, but at the same time, I want to make sure I'm putting these in the order that I'm doing them, even if it's slightly different than how they're doing them. So let's do this. Since it's going to be the dev instance, I'm just going to do everything on screen. It's not going to be running when I shut down the stream anyway, so. There we go. Cappy. And pasta. We'll create the OAuth in Getia. Ah. Not Katia. Getia. Yeah, close enough. Sorry, I'm looking at the subtitles that are being generated by Google for me, and well, they're entertaining. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can do it as this user, so incognito time. Boom. I really need to fix that. It's only mildly annoying. And that's, you know, I think the term, what is it? I think the term is the cobbler's shoes are always the worst because they can fix them. And this is an example of that. I have a deployment that sets the password for the admin user every time it gets run. I then reset the admin user's password. Well, every time I upgrade, it sets that password back. And then it's just a matter of whether or not I remember to change it back. I could easily track down the variable that's going to allow me to just run the upgrade without changing the password. But have I? No, because it's not that big of a deal to me. And yet here we are. Anyway, back at the ranch. And yeah, I do have to do all of this off screen because it's in clear text. Because why wouldn't it be in clear text? And Helm is still super slow. Anybody out there has a couple of Raspberry Pi 4s they're not using, they want to send to me, let me know. I would definitely prefer to have 3 controllers by 3 workers. But you know what I mean. Or do you? Boom, we want to go here. And I want to copy. And I want to pasta. And we're in like Flynn. All right, so administration, I need to create organization. Well, why be dumb? It's got the instructions right here, right? Create a Gatia OAuth application. Authorized OAuth 2 application. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh. Do I not have... No, I've definitely got... Did I not need to do this under admin? What am I missing here? Because I swear I have one here. Security, 2-factor. Oh, there we go. Oh, admin. So this is going to have full access. We're going to call you drone io-dev. No, that's a token. Here we go. We don't want that. Go away. We want this. Confidential client. Now, what did it say here about the redirect URIs? drone.company.com/login. Okay, so it's got to be the same. So it's going to be https drone io-dev.1.dev. I think that's right. Time for yield discount double check. Dun, 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 dun. We need not you, you. Let's go to here. Just doing the validation. I do really need to set up centralized username and password. It's on the list. 44C. That's toasty. It means it's warm in the garage. Alright. What was I doing? I was talking to myself. Are you listening to me talk to myself? No, you're not listening to me talk to myself. Dev. Addresses. Yep, 1.dev. Alright. I guess I don't need the -dev in the name, because it's in dev. I should start doing that. Kind of funny because I have like dev mini1.dev. Why? What was I? I am in, not that one. This one. So you're just going to be called drone.io. Right? Okay. Create. Here's all our stuff. I'm probably going to come back here and hit that regenerate button. All right, so we want client ID here. And secret. Secreted away. Okay, so now I go back over. Well, we can minimize that. We're going back to. This makes me wonder though. I went here, and I went here. I could have done it without the admin account. Whatever. Probably should have. All right. So if we go back to the install stuff, we create the application, create the shared secret. Cool. We've got the download. Now we need to do the configuration side of things. We should make these secrets, right? So let's do this because, no, not this. Let's do this because I do not mind cheating on this part. Secrets, dev services. We're going to do a new one. This secret name is going to be Drone.io. Namespace. Dev services, opaque. We'll add a field. So first is client ID, which is here. Another thing I need to set up at some point is a vault for the secrets rather than just having opaque secrets. It is not quite the best way to go about this, but we are where we are, doing what we're doing, right? Add another field, and this one is going to be secret. And that's going to be that. And we're going to add another field. And that is going to be a think this is the RPC secret, right? Required string value produces the shared secret generated in the previous step. Yeah. So this is RPC secret. Wait, what? Okay. That is the right one, right? .ad, yeah. Okay, so those are the 3 secrets. The rest of this will be config map, right? Yeah. Or I can just, they're environment variables, I can just set them in there. Cool. All right, so let's housing above, it's got client ID, secret, and RPC. Was it a dash? What do we do, guys? What do we do? RPC dash secret. And as soon as I create that, I can take these out because you never store any keys, even if you're not going to continue using them, in a configuration or install doc. Don't do it. No keys, no passwords. Just even going as far as I did and putting them in there, probably dumb because I could have forgotten them. So create, save, done. All right. So now all of this is going to be X'd out. Make sure we can visually look at it and say, those are not passwords. We didn't put some stupid password in there. We didn't. All right. Oh, we need the secret name, don't we? And what do we name that secret? Oh, whoops. Is there going to be 3 now? Why did it create 2? But when I select it there, it selects both of them. Can I just, nope. Interesting. Wonder why it's showing that way. That is weirding me out. Something to look into. I mean, I'm guessing it's a fluke of Lens, probably because it hasn't been updated for a while, but it's weird. Weird. And it's almost like it was planned. I need to go grab some more water. Be right back. I live again. Name that movie. Dare you. Okay, so we created the secrets. I was trying to figure out why it shows twice. Don't really care that much, but just thought it was interesting, actually. Pale. Yeah, now it's down to 1. Like I said, just a fluke in the way that it was pulling it, more than likely. Now, do we want to do a config map with the rest of these things? Oops. Drone.io, that's what we were doing. Its name is Drone.io. Insert emoji. All right, next up, we need to create the database. Let's make sure we say which server it's on, although it's not like there's a whole lot of choices. There. And are we still connected? Cool, cool. And I'm real sorry, but I'm going to have to take us to tutorial land real quick because I can never remember how to add users at a database on Postgres. It's such a dumb thing, but I mean, I can probably, yeah, there we go. Let's do that. I don't need to go to tutorial land. I just do what I did last time. This is going to be Drone.io dev with password. Let's generate a password. Think. Drag this over here. Copy. Oh, I guess I probably needed that in the secrets as well, didn't I? Whoops. No big deal. All right, and we're going to create database. Drone.io dev with owner. Drone.io dev. Did I spell that wrong? Oh. I forgot an E in there, and that would have just driven me bonkers. So, boom. Create database. With password. And create database. Cool. Yeah. Get out of here. Clear. And we're back. All right. And HBA. Oops. Main PG HBA. And I guess I can probably get rid of some of these, but not today. All right. Copy. And I know I could put an M, a dash M, so it's CLMI, and then I could click where I wanted the mouse to go, but I'm just used to I'm not used to doing it, so tis what tis, right? DRONEIO dev DRONEIO dev. Shoop. All right, minor issue in that I cleared the screen before I copied the password. Whoops. Okay, so we have to reset that user's password. Sometimes, but that's fine. So now we just bring this back up. And now I do not remember. Oh, actually, I may not need to. Yeah, no, I'm good. Bing. Okay. So now I'll just create another secret. And this one, again, I'm going to do off screen just because if it's something like, okay, great, the server's not going to be running, right? Nobody cares. But the Postgres server is still going to be running. I'm not going to go and delete the username because I need to be able to test if I decide to move this to prod. So this is the one thing that needs to stay. Secret and pass. Create. Cool. All right, we're back. So I just created another secret there. Bing. We need you with password. All right, so our next step was create the Postgres password secret. And I called it DroneIO dash PSQL. And it is secret, not to be confused with secret. And the password. Cool. All right. So now we're at config map time. And for the config map, I don't think I can make a new one in here. I think I just have to do it. I'm going to have to do it as in this sort of method. A dry run, but we want you to be 100 because you're a config, right? That's what I did. Storage, RBAC, yeah. So 100 is configs, 200 is network, 300 is app. IO.YAML. Okay, so in this case, we are creating a config map. Well, that's not what I meant, but oh, because whoops. That's my bad. We can get rid of that. It's not useful. All right, so config map, we don't want from file, from, yeah, we're gonna need from literal. So from literal equals key and that, okay. So our config map is gonna be called Dronio from literal equals, and let's look what we got. We don't need client ID or secret. We do need Getia server. I'm on the fence about this. On one hand, it does allow me to change these programmatically, but I can kind of do that if I just put it in the app as well, right? This just makes the app file bigger because I have to call this secret multiple times, or call this config map multiple times. Let's not do it that way. Let's hop back over here. We're just gonna edit it in here. Why not? Template labels, spec. So we have the containers. We just need that's not what we need, but at least it gives me the basic idea of name value, you know, in case, right? Okay, so our first one was what? Drone Getia client ID. That's going to be the value from. Was it listening? Secret key ref. But the name is not Dronio Deb, it's just Dronio. And it is, the key is client ID. Client secret. Is that the other one? Yes, it is. But this one is just called secret. Getia server. This is not going to be a value from. Sure, we'll just call it that. I don't think we need to worry about that. We're going to change that value. Is it? Oh, it is the one. I need to get rid of the dev on that one. I need to redeploy that so that it works properly in non-dev. The reason I haven't, story time, boys and girls, is SSH. So I push everything via SSH. To get SSH working was entertaining. It was a modification that I had to do to the Nginx ingress to make it so that SSH incoming connections would be pushed to, or would at least be listened to, and if they matched this, then they would go to that server. And I don't want to do it again, at least not anytime soon. And a big part of that is because I did it on the server and I didn't do it in my own docs. So if I had done it in my own stuff, then I could just, and I still can. Again, cobbler's shoes, right? I still can, in theory, just pull down the configuration, edit out all of the timestamp stuff, and then just redeploy it and change the name. No problem. Have I? No, because it's not that big of a deal to me. It should be. In production, this would be a huge deal, but what are you going to do? It's my duction. All right, so what was next? Client ID, client secret, server. Always auth. We'll just set that to true. Oops. RPC secret. Dronio RPC-C grat. I love the idea that all of this is getting fed back into an AI and someone's going to be like, why the hell does that say secret? And people like me are the reason the AI is always going to have problems. Now this is interesting because technically this is going to be localhost. And technically, yeah, it's going to be HTTP. I can also technically make it pull its own ACME, but I don't want to. All right, so it's got publish, restart as always, detach, true, and name. And I know I just took a break, but I need another one. One sec. Wow. All right. So now we just need to add these services. Did I include that in my handy dandy I did not. I don't remember if that's under resources or... Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. All right, let me do something real quick. I need... What's that look like here? Spec containers, ports, container port. There we go. Oops, come back. So yeah, we can just stash it in there. Now, there is something that I also need to get in the habit of doing. I think I have it on here, right? I have my ports. I need my liveness probes and my readiness probes, which I'll validate. I don't think it's going to be login though. And we want this stuff. Let's throw this stuff in there. Let's get rid of you. Environment. Each one of these is fine. Okay. Right. Volumes, not worried. Okay. We are going to want to make sure that we have that root certificate available. Let's grab this stuff just for the sake of arguments. I don't know that any of it's going to be useful to start with, but I'd rather have it. It's not going to be 80-80 though. It's definitely just going to be 80. And I bet it has its own liveness tests, but you know, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. And that's... Oh. We went to all that effort to set up a Postgres server, and then we just didn't do it. So we need database driver. Value is Postgres. All right. And then database, data source. Let's do that. Yeah, funny enough, I don't think I have, I don't think, I know I haven't set up SSL mode. And I should. And I should. So this is going to be, it's not, well, no, it's just going to be value. but it is going to be, wait, is that right? Guess so. And the username is drone.io. Did it again. Dev. At. And Dronio Dev. Did I have that right? Yeah, we'll find out, right? Then oh, wait a minute. It is, I had that wrong. Like, that didn't seem right. Colon, and we're gonna say, can I just do that? Can I just throw another variable in there? What do you think? Let's check. So if I do that, in theory, let's just check. I think you can. I mean, that's all it is, just nesting, right? Oh, hey, Seamlodmore. Thanks for the follow. I need to move this window over so I can actually see those. I don't see them until a couple of minutes later. I go, oh, weird. Let's look at it here. Environment, okay. New. But can you nest them? Nope, none of that was helpful. Yeah, here we go. Cool. So, okay, that'll work. I just need to do that. Where'd you go? That one. It's kind of funny. I'm sure that that's come up before. It just hasn't crossed my situation. So that means, though, that I need to put it in quotes. Well, let's try it without quotes and just see what happens, right? Bing. We want not that db password, and that is value from secret key ref. And in this case, I think I did just put password. And I'm doing this over there where you can't see it. All of the funds. Okay, anyway. Let's validate that. If I go to my secrets, no, -PSQL. And your key is just secret, not secret. /drone.io.dev, and that is what we put here. Get that before it ends up in the stuff. All right, so that's where we're at, and here is our deployment. Got to validate those, see what the first actual login pages are. That's, but that just goes out and makes sure that yes, it's live, yes, it's ready when those are available. Now we need to actually create the services that are going to serve all of this. So let's get you out of the way. Create. We are creating, in this case, a service. And we want it to be a cluster IP. And we want it to be a cluster IP just because we're going to handle everything with Nginx. So we're not worried about the other ways of making it external. Like if we did a node port service, then as long as we had the IP to whatever node it's on, we could get to it with that port. If it's load balancer, it's going to depend on how you've got your cluster configured, but in my case, that's going to grab an IP address from Metal LB and give it one of the static IPs that I've set aside for it. External name, if I remember right, is it just adds another name to the name of the cluster. Don't quote me on that one. But cluster IP just sets it internal and allows you to mess with it internally only, and then it's up to you to set up anything external, and that's what we're going to do. So we want a cluster IP service, and our options there, I think, yeah, it's just name, and we want TCP, yeah. So our cluster IP is going to be called Drone.io, and it is going to be TCP equals 8080, And that's basically it. So we're going to set you up as a dry run client and output YAML. Make sure that all looks right. Looks good to me. It's going to be a 200 because it's network based. Dash service dronio.yaml. Pow. And then we're going to have to do a 201. This lets us create an ingress in roughly the same way. But the way the rules are set up kind of weirds me out. Like it's always been off compared to just creating it. So I use this really just to create the template, and then I just start putting it in manually. But let's see. So if we're creating an ingress, see, this is where it's like, okay, I get it. It's just weird. It doesn't click in my brain like it's supposed to. All right. And also the certification portion of it, I've always got to go back and remember which annotations I need on there. But we do want to make sure the class is there because we need the class of Nginx. So create ingress. This is going to be called. Oh, you know what? I just realized we'll go back and make sure of this, but I need to make sure that these all have the specific namespace in them. So we're going to call you Dronio ingress, and we want class equals Nginx and rule equals Dronio Droneo. Why does that E just not, it hates my freedom, or I hate its freedom. .1.dev.connectedme.com, and that is equals service port, which our service was called Dronio, and our port is 80. Yeah, see, the rule thing always, 100% it gets me. And I almost forgot to do a dry run. Okay, so .com/, there we go. Everything looks good there. You're going to be 201 ingress Dronio.yaml. Cool. Let's rename you too, I guess. That's dumb of me. Dash. And let's rename you because DRIO. Alright, cool. Everything's got Dronio. Now let's get into this ingress and start adding our annotations and all that fun stuff. Storage network, ingress, here we go. We need these, actually, go all the way up. Let's go there. Make sure the namespace is there. We've got that now. Nope. Nope. Let's go back to this ingress, and this is the TLS portion that we need. Oops. There we go. It is on par with ingress class name. Let's double space in hosts. Now we just change the hosts out and the secret name, because it's no longer Jenkins. What did we decide on? It was yeah, it was just Dronio. And the reason I'm doing this way is I have set up, as you saw me correct yesterday, if you were here, but I've set up a small step internal Acme server, and this causes the certificate manager of Kubernetes to go there and try and create this certificate, basically. Let me just validate. There's nothing else weird in here. It's got a path type exact, but that's prefix. Maybe we should change that. So it's got host, path type, backend is service, and the service is Dronio, and it's port 80, and that is true. Here, 8080. All right, I think we're ready to deploy and cross our fingers. So I'm going to deploy the app first, the service, and then the ingress. Oh, wait. The service does not have the namespace, so that's terrifying. All right. All right, and I just realized it's probably going to fail because I don't think that login thing exists, or the login page exists, but that's okay. 200 and 201. Exact, oh, say, capital P. And there we go. Let's hop over to OpenLens, deployments, 0 of 1, forgotten pods. It's created the solver. What's our log look like here? Error, no PG HPA comp entry. Cannot initialize server. What? 10.2.100. Message cannot initialize server. Oh, actually, that is a valid error. Why is that a valid error? That is a valid error because I created the user. I created the database. I updated the PGHBA. I didn't restart the database. So let's boom, boom, create database, create password secret. No, here, restart database. Exit. I never remember if it's the server or the @15. Guess we'll find out. Let's check the status, make sure that it's not a problem. Running since today, 22 seconds ago. Cool. All right. Let's hop back to this guy. Do we have green suddenly? That would be too easy, right? It does say running now. Let's kill it. I wonder if we just, well, we'll see. What it's probably doing right now is building everything. droneeo.1.dev.connectedme.com. Unrecognized SSL name alert. Lies and slander. Well, another thing we can check. Do we now see... Man, Zabbix is a hungry, hungry critter. I should really limit. I should limit Zabbix's number of connections because that's crazy. But what I'm not seeing, and what I should be seeing, oh, there we go. Pow. All right, all right. It showed up for a second. I hope that doesn't mean it's failing. Jamming. What's going on? Oh, show previous. Password failed. Okay, so my guess is, let's go back here. Let's look at this app. I assumed that this needed to be in quotes, and then I didn't do it, right? So let's send a new one. And trash can, yeah. Let's see what the new one does. Hop back over here. I should just be watching this, but that's not useful. Sevix. No, there's still something wrong with it. Yeah, it's already got the restart. So what's the previous one show? Authentication failed. Okay. So do I need to do this? Yeah, nope, doesn't like that. But I've got let's double check. Maybe I missed an E again. I mean, we've both seen me miss an E, right? Secret drone EO. Well, I might have to delete that, but whatever. Okay, so let's hop back here. Like, it says that this is how this is done, right? And that should be fine because it's entering these spaces, so those, it recognizes those. So maybe I screwed up on the password? I mean, I did have that little situation where I was fairly certain I'd screwed it up. So let's see. Just real quick, one last check. Nope, still not seeing it. All right. Well, what if we, let's do this. Not that, this. Go back to our pods, can we shell in? Kind of. I'm gonna drag this over here real quick. I want drone. Dang it. Fine. Do this. And we'll just connect to the next one. I mean, I wonder if I need to get rid of the aliveness checks for the time being. And this is something that, since I'm doing it here, or since my plan is to only get rid of them temporarily, I'm fine doing this on the server because I don't ever want that to be the standard, right? But where did it go? Liveness probe and readiness probe. So we'll save that. Go to the pods. All right, now it's going green and staying there. Cool, so it's not trying to restart. And I'm okay with that. But let's look at the pod show. And I'm gonna copy this and we're just gonna echo it. Okay, well, it still crashes, but it shows green. But yeah, it's not expanding that out. So, why does this say that it will expand it out? But it does not. All right, for the sake of argument, let's do like it shows. We're gonna say drone database prefix and database suffix. And this value is going to equal this. And then you are going to be that. Now the only thing I can, no, because it's definitely reaching it. We saw it reach it, so that's good. What we're concerned with here is there. I mean, this is so hacky, but if it works, it works, right? I don't know why it would work this time, but sure. Wait, what? Was that different enough? What's going on here? Why didn't you stop? Log show previous. All right, yeah, it's probably going to be exactly the same. So I hop in there. It's going to be boom, boom, boom. Data source. Wait a minute, what? Okay. No, I have to have screwed something up, because if that works, or no, okay, there has to be a typo, right? Let's see. All right. Drone DB password. Is this an instance where it's just order? If it's just order, that's just hilarious. It kind of makes sense that it would just be order. It's just order. But why is this still running? Oh, somehow it thinks it wants two. No, we only want one. I'm gonna have to just delete the deployment. That's okay. We're getting someplace. Things are moving along, you know? Is that bad? You tell me. Make sure these all go away. I'm going to get rid of login here. Just want it to be whack. All gone. Let's close all of this. Because I'm pretty sure that other one was, its only problem was that it couldn't get to that login prompt, so. Starting the server at 80. Okay. No love yet. So it's saying localhost. If I go to the service, it's serving 80. For the sake of argument, we'll just run this guy. I was having an issue with port forwarding earlier, so I'm kind of hoping that that went away. But if not, at least I get an error message. An error message like that, which is helpful. What's my ingress doing? So it should be going to Dronio 80, my service, Dronio, and it should be serving 80. All right. But we are not serving 80. All right. Let's look at the log again. Nothing new. Okay. Let's hop in there and let's see what we have available to us. No curl. Get. All right. Can't open. Okay, so it's serving index. So what's the deal? What am I missing? In my deployment, I have port 80, so the liveness and readiness, it can get to its cell. App is Dronio Dev. In my service, -dev. That's my problem. All right. Easy enough to fix. Boom, back here. And let's make sure. In my service, it's still called Dronio, right? I don't have a Dronio dev all of a sudden. Cool. Still not connecting. What the deal is. Labels. App is Dronio Dev. Selector is Dronio Dev. Our pod. App Dronio Dev. Okay. We don't have a label. No big deal. Our ingress. Dronio Dev. It doesn't have an app selector. Let's just compare these side by side for the sake of argument. Most of the metadata doesn't matter. Just gonna compare these. So we have edit in place true. We're pulling from Acme. Cool. Annotations are good. Managed fields don't matter. Labels don't matter. Namespace, of course, matters, but that's the same, so we're good. Status, we're on the load balancer. Drone EO dot. Oops. Found it. So I at least had this proper, but the TLS is wrong. Okay. Let's not change it on the server. Boy. Apply 201. And it's going to create a new challenge. Proceed. Add gateway. Well, it's probably waiting on that to wrap up, so let's see. Droneo.1. Yeah, .1.dev. Alright, still giving me bad gateway. But it has made... Okay, so now... we go here, we go pods, we go here, we check your logs. Failed connection refused. Wait, why 8181? Did I leave something stupid in there again? Where's 8181 coming in? This does not make a whole lot of sense. All right, service. 80. All right, and app 80. And 80. What is this 8181 garbage? Service dev services Droneo doesn't exist. Let's look at that again. That's an interesting error. Network services, dev services. That's missing an E again. Did I do that again? I mean, I don't put it past myself. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Hey, you saw the name. You saw the name and you still clicked. Hey! You will be directed to your source control management system to authenticate. Unregistered redirect. Oh, damn it. Why is it redirecting there? Okay, so I need to send a different redirect, which explains why that environment variable kept coming up, right? Data source, no. This is going to be drone Getia redirect URL. Is drones. Okay, so yeah, because of that. So I just need to copy. Go back. I can make this welcome. Nope. 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 I can make this welcome. I bet it has a does not have a live Z. Does it have a status? It does not. Okay. But we do still need well, I'm going to clean up this stupidness. Before, I mean, if I'm here cleaning stuff up, right? Then clean stuff up. All right, now what I need is back here. Do you think it's really Git? Or did I just click on the wrong one? Because they're saying Git a lot here. Oh yeah, because Git is different. Client, secret, server, and skip verify. All right, well, let's try this. Oop, not that. This. This might be fine. We'll find out, right? So instead of localhost, we want that. $300. In theory, there's not a whole lot to this pod starting up, right? Of course, this is the one I care about. But why are you? Acme False, host, localhost. Starting the zombie build Reaper. So it's running, it's just not informing the other one that it needs to die. So I'm going to have to investigate that, but for the time being, I can just do... Oh, wait, what? Okay, fine. Try again. Pow. All right. Continue. Unregistered redirect. Okay. I'm gonna bet. No? Drone IO.1.dev HTTP. Okay, so how do I make it, how do I force that to be HTTPS? Because it doesn't seem like it has a redirect, right? Although they don't have anything in here for certificates, so is that, do we think that that is perhaps only for use in that redirect? What are the chances? Apple. Apply. Here. All right, we'll let this new one go long enough. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can see what the actual error is. Keep an eye. Right. How much? Up there, you know what I mean. It does seem to be interesting in how it kills it. Like, it takes a little while. Maybe that's what this is. And it really doesn't give any, like, indication. It just, I'm done. Which I find kind of funny. Alright. I mean, it loads. Drone EO. .1.dev.connected.me. That's what it's supposed to be. Let's scroll back here. Oh, it needs the slash login. Fine. Slash login. Save. Now, if I go, nope, not there. Here, can I just reload? Yeah. What? Certificate signed by unknown. I don't care. Okay. What that means is, although I think I have, yeah, I can just pull this CA PEM store again, I think. Because technically these are different. I'm gonna bet there's a way, boom, 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 in here. Convert cookie, database, get logs, Prometheus. Server protocol, proxy, stash, status disabled. default value is false. Okay. Ah, here we go. No, this is if I want to give it the cert. No. So it does not have. It's auto cert. Nope. All right, so it's not going to be one of these. Which more than likely means I'm going to have to push it into the proper directory. Let's take a look at that real quick. Because I believe I'm doing that here. Yeah. So I can just grab this guy. We'll hop back over here. We'll pasta you right there. It should be on par with ENV. But it is not. Wait, right? No. Because it's image, yeah, containers and volumes. Okay, no, we're good. But we do also... That's not the right one. That one. Also need to mount it. Which is going to be there. Just put your right here. Most of that unneeded. There's another place to put that. What is the other one? I think I did it here. That one. We're going to try that first. We are so close. So close. I can taste it. Odds. We do want to make sure that one starts up, right? Mildly important. I'm still really curious about this. Error. Oh, cannot exchange code. Yeah, no. We're aware. Don't have to tell everybody. I do need to figure out why it takes so long for this one to terminate. Ah, what did it say? Oh, it was right there. All right. Reload. Continue. Nope, still says that's a problem. Okay. Let's hop in here real quick because I've been curious about this for a little bit. User share CA certificates. Because to me, the way this is written, it says this is the folder, and then this goes under that folder. I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter. It should still... Yeah, it's not a directory. Okay. What is it? It's CA update. Is that it? No. Oh no, that's supposed to be it. Alright, so I have tried it in... Well, wait, right now I only tried it there. Let's give this a whirl, huh? Yes, we're aware. I mean, there has to be... This is something that Certificate Manager realistically should be taking care of for me at the end of the day. So I'm not entirely certain why it's not. Probably something I've got to look into. How long does it take for this to recognize and then kill it? I missed it again. Dang it. It doesn't even like say. Interesting. All right. Well, you. Enter. Continue. Hey. That's all it took. Company name is Connected Me. Sweet. Oh wow, it grabbed everything already. That's cool. I like that a lot, a lot. So this whole thing started around... I still need the runner, but I don't know that we have time for that. So let's start with just something easy. So this started with... What did you start with? DevOps images. Well, kind of. This repository is not active. Okay. Cool. For an open branch. All right, build is empty, deployment is empty. Okay, so this is set, but now what? Oh, I need to create a new build. The branch is going to be main. We don't really have any parameters. All right, so I created a build. Let's watch these logs. Okay. So I did the thing. I will start new build, not found. Cannot find YAML. Templates. I mean, okay. So I only have really the option of syncing. At least we can switch to night mode. That's a bonus. Oh, that's awesome. Great. My personal tokens right there. All right, build list is empty. Settings. No cron jobs. As soon as I try to load templates, it just falls apart. I have to just completely exit once I load templates. Weird. Okay, whatever. But it doesn't really help if I can't create builds. Is it possible that that could be the issue? We'll see. I mean, I may just need to watch some how-tos on how to use Dronio. Human. I mean, it's kind of funny to think about how this has changed. I mean, it used to be an hour, hour and a half-ish to spin up a VM, get the OS installed. I mean, even with an answer file, it wasn't short. It was still half hour, 20 minutes or so. And then after that, it was going through everything that we just went through, kind of. I mean, there was more installing all of the dependencies, making sure the services were running properly, all that sort of stuff. Like, and now it's just new build. Default main, we're going to say test. True. Build list is still empty. Press the new build to execute your first build pipeline. I mean, I did that. Are we getting any errors? Not seeing any errors. So unable to start a new build. Not that. I can just grab that and drag it around. That's kind of funny. It's probably because I don't have any runners. That's my guess. What did it say? Unable to start build, not found. That was over here. Unable to start a new build, not found. Cool. Oh, well, I'm the only one calling it Dronio. Just looking at the server and log. Okay, yeah, it's the no runners. So, do we jump straight into the runners? Because that's kind of important, right? We're going to have to kind of do the same thing in that we create this stuff. Although the runner is going to be in the same thing, so it can pull the same secret. That's fun. All right. Quick break, then 5 minutes, in and out. Just a quick adventure, in and out. All right, who's ready to rock? Let's rock. Okay, so we have to make a roll and a roll binding. Let's just copy all of this. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. I'm going to double check it though. That's not what I wanted. Go away. All right, so new file. This is going to be a 100. Or back. And dronio.yaml. And pasta. All right, so base API groups. It has the ability to create and delete secrets and pods and pod log that can get, create, list, delete, watch, update. The namespace, we only want this to be available in dev services. And the role binding is going to be drone in dev services, in the service account, dev services, and it looks like it's using the default. And it's giving default the role of drone. Okay. Fine, fine. All right, and then our actual deployment, we need to make another file. This is going to be a 301 runner dot dronio. I don't know what I have against that E. Like, what the hell, man? It's just a single solitary vowel. Like, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. All right, and Cappy and pasta, and make sure we have the A, which I had missed. Metadata name, we need the namespace. Dev services, we're going to call you runner. I think we can leave the labels alone. RPC host in this case is drone.1.dev. I mean, in theory, I can actually have it do it local. Man, filling that in was hilarious, actually. You're going to be HTTPS, and our secret is going to be value from secret key ref. Name dronio, key is not secret, it is RPC secret, I believe. Secrets. RPC-secret. RPC-secret. Okay. And we have to do the volumes silliness. Oops. We can fix that. Volumes. Cappy. Spec. Containers. No. volumes. Then we're also going to need to mount the volumes. Where'd I put you? There we go. And volume mount is with image 301. Pasta. All right. Now let's reapply this, and we're also going to see if we can do this. Nope. Deployment in version v1 cannot be handled. Unknown field. Spec template spec containers environment value from. Is that because I needed a capital in there? I think so. Wait, what? Environment value from secret key rep. Oh, I need name and key, huh? No, I have name and key. All right. I don't doubt that I have something wrong there. Cannot be handled. Spec template spec containers environment value from. Couldn't say what it was. Secret key. Capitalized. And redo. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. I should have called that drone dev runner, but it is in the dev namespace, right? Remote error, TLS, unrecognized name. Oh, yeah, wait, what? Although I should not have it going out. Yeah, whatever. Send it again. Said, send it again. Pull into remote server. All right. So now, I'm still wondering how it's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to build a Docker container. I know what I'm doing here. But we shall see, right? Here, all right. Builds, branches, deployments. No. Pile. New build. Create. There's nothing happening here. It still didn't create a build. So what I'm wondering is, or what I'm thinking is, that this is, at least as far as the Kubernetes runner, what it's going to do, or what it's going to be capable of doing, is just deploying to Kubernetes. It's not going to build anything. So what I think I'm going to need a Docker runner. No, that's not right. Docker big, okay. Optional values overrides the default plugin used to clone the repository. Note selector, registry, resource, RPC. All right. Docker runners, okay. When to use the Docker runner is a general purpose runner optimized for projects that can run tests and compile code inside containers. Got the runner name, runner capacity, secret, host, and protocol. Okay. But then what? Let's do a quick start here. First, navigate to the server, done. Enable the repository, done. Next, you need to configure a pipeline by creating a .drone.yaml file. To the root of it, this file will define a series of steps. Okay, so this becomes a whole new ballgame. All right, fine. But I haven't created the pipeline type. Please note, are disabled on drone cloud. Okay. In your pipeline from any registry, including private. Okay, so I need to use the Docker and Docker container that I've already built. And in this case, it would be, instead of like echo hello world, I would just have each of the steps be like pull. Ooh. This is probably going to be a little bit more involved. Yeah, so it grabs the image, it does the thing. So basically the image has to be able to do the thing. Which realistically, that's how it was, right? That's how it is with Jenkins. It's just a little bit less obvious. But in this one, it's pretty straightforward to have a different image do a different thing. Okay. I don't hate that. All right, all right. But needless to say, it's going to be a revisit. I'm probably going to screw around with it a little bit tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we dive into it a little bit more, depending on what I see out of it. But real quick, we've done all of these things. We did skip a step in that, well, we didn't skip it, we just didn't document that we deployed the not generated, I just deployed YAML files. We created the database, restarted it. And then created the secret. Deployed YAML files to the cluster. Located at drone.io. And yeah, I mean, the runner was pretty easy to install. Now we just need to figure out, like, okay, how do we make it do the thing? So let me save this. Save. Hop back over here. We need to add a file. Oh, no, no. We can change the status too, since we're here. We are in progress. We need to add another file. Which actually, we're going to update that, and that's weird that that's coming up, but anyway. Documents, notes, software evals. Wait, why didn't you save? Oh, that's why. Drone.io dot dash install save. We want that one in there. Add it to repo. Why couldn't I think of the word? I think I can get rid of this one. Let me just make sure that we have the most recent one. And then we'll start answering the questions of, okay, does it do the things that we want it to do? But for now, we're in progress. Let's this pushed up. To dev services. Added drone IO server and runner. Origin is feature drone IO. I'm going to switch back to main. And we're going to go here and get this merge happen because I don't want to deal with it tomorrow. New request. Alright, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to add the container portion for the runner into the just base deployment because I'm deploying it to Kubernetes. Why wouldn't I want the runner there, right? So, bam. Let that happen. Merge it. And we'll delete the branch. And then tomorrow I'll just make a branch for updating or something like that, which is what I need to keep doing. And then, before we forget, we pull everything down. All right. And that's going to be it for today. Again, XMedi, thank you yesterday for the follow. If you were lurking today, hi. Beraden, same. If you're lurking, thanks for the follow. And Seen Laud More. I feel like that is a Bart Simpson calling a bar name, but thanks for the follow. And if you're lurking, if you happen to be watching on YouTube, thanks for burning a couple of hours with me and going through the process. It's been fun. I love it when I actually have a purpose and we get it done. We get it wrapped up. I mean, 3 hours to do a full install. Well, not a full install, but we got enough done to start doing some testing, right? So hopefully that's what tomorrow's going to bring. And I hope to see some of you guys tomorrow. Until then, thanks for watching, and I do mean it.